to the bold analysis. If the fights that is going on at Jubilee Party is because of a revenge mission, because of Uhuru Ruto fallout, then Kanini Kega faction, the most respected thing they can do is to attend NDC, National Delegates Conference, that has been called on 22nd May, and face Uhuru Kenyatta's head-on so that they can solve it. If they want to be the new vision bearers at Jubilee Party, then they need to attend that NDC. That is what our democracy is all about. I listened to a clip where the Kanini Kega are saying they want to audit Jubilee Party accounts before the last general election, during and after that election, in what I believe is a ploy to try to link the current Azimio activities, or rather to support the narrative of Uhuru is sponsoring Azimio la Umoja activities. And I do believe that this could have been the motive behind a plan to take over that party. There is something that is not new to some of us here.
With that, we want to say that we will be communicating to the nation the next course of action, and we will be updating the country on anything that we will be doing, because we want transparency. One of the things that we will do as the team here is to make sure that we do a proper audit of all the activities before the elections, during the elections, and after the election. We will look at all the financial transactions to make sure that they conform with the fiscal policy of our country.
At least before we even look at the Jubilee, someone also needs to give us an audit of the UDA accounts, whether this poorly attended registration drive in the Western Belt is falling within the country's fiscal policy. Then we can also have a discussion about the other parties. We are wasting a lot of resources fueling choppers to political leaders and printing party merchandise to hoodwink the Nyanza voters. And the registration drive is actually targeting the Western Belt, while other areas seems to be looking for development. But then, if this is it, in the wake of auditing accounts, why do we want to start with the Jubilee? There is even ODM and other affiliate parties there. What will be the business of that? And of course, I'm not against it, but what exactly is that even a priority? Because as I talk, there is only one party that is conducting activities on ground, and that is the ruling party. David Muradhe is back and is saying clearly that this is a matter of taking opportunity to settle scores between Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga and William Ruto, because someone believed you chased me from the party. So on personal vendetta, I also need to chase you from the same party. I don't just understand why you still begrudge a party that you left and formed a party that even you used to get the presidency. Maybe.
Musema kweli ni delegates. Delegates akuja amu. Delegate wale walichagua hawa watu. Wao kama wewe unataka kiti, uende kwa hiyo delegate conference, useme unataka nini? Hawa watu wakuchague. But you cannot impose yourself by what the SG is calling holding conferences. In effect it meant hiyo meeting haikuwa. Na kama hao ni wanaume, si wangekuja hapa? Kwa nini unaenda kutolea maneno huko kwa kichaka? Come here, come in a dignified way. Don't come here with 200 policemen, with 20 Land Rovers. Ati wametoka Kilimani na Kileleshwa. Kilimani has one police car. Kileleshwa has won. That was a demonstration, although I'm told not to say it, ya kujua mwenye mbwa ni nani. It was a demonstration of who is wagging the tail. Na hii vita sio ya Kioni na Kanini Kega, msidanganywe na mtu. Hii kuna mtu ambaye ako na haja sana, kwa sababu tulifukuza yeye kutoka chama ya Jubilee. Sasa anataka kutuonyesha kwa sababu yeye sasa ako mamlakani atajilipiza kisasi.
As this is going on, there is a Mombasa-based activist that has shared a video in social media and raising an alarm about plans to disrupt the same NDC. And he was saying that those delegates that are supposed to go there, those who are organizing that NDC at Bomas, must make sure that they swear allegiance to the party leader, Uhuru Kenyatta. Otherwise, there are plans to heckle, shame, and make sure that maybe the coup is finally done at that NDC. If them asking the party leadership to be alert and boost their vigilance.
Asante sana. Mimi naitwa Bradley Ouna na ni mwanachama wa Jubilee na mwanaharakati wa chama cha Jubilee. Nataka kuongea na viongozi wangu kutoka Nairobi. Kwanza, katibu mkuu wa chama cha Jubilee Bwana Jeremia Kioni na party leader wa chama cha Jubilee Bwana Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Kwa wakati mnapanga mkutano wa National Delegate Conference hapo Nairobi, matukio yanafanyika hapa Mombasa na Pwani, matukio mabaya sana ambayo yanaongozwa na naibu wa rais kule Nairobi. Watu wametumwa wakuja wavunje mkutano ule utakaofanyika National Delegates Conference.
Now, for quite some time, leaders always thought that Uhuru Kenyatta wanted to stay at the helm of Jubilee Party and will not sit ground and hand over party to new hands. By the mere fact that this NDC is now being held, Uhuru is simply telling the Kanini Kega and the other leaders that he is willing and he is going to hand over the party leadership to someone else. I can tell you without yet of doubt that one of the few things that you expect in that NDC is that NDC is going to pick a new party leader. The deputy party leader, I believe, was Uhuru Kenyatta, was William Ruto, and since he left, then Uhuru Kenyatta remained the party leader. I don't think they even had a party leader. So as we talk, that NDC is going to settle on a new party leader, and that will be the person that then will be sharing, or rather having scores with the Kanini Kega. So there have been that thought, and in fact, those who were plotting this coup always knew that Uhuru Kenyatta cannot leave that party. You know, number one, because of perception that if he's funding Azimio, he's funding Azimio through Jubilee accounts. And I'm like, even if he wants to, do you think he has to go? There are many other avenues. You know, there are many other avenues. So that has been a very skewed or narrow thinking that let's push him and this we shall escalate it. We shall escalate this fallout because he will want to remain to be the Jubilee Party leader. And technically, you know, many thought that he's getting some political immunity from by remaining in the political fold. But I don't think Uhuru is so much interested even in that party. The only thing he will not want is a situation where they will be grabbing of the party. Now, I can also make an interpretation here that from what David Muradhe is saying, that this is coming as trying a revenge mission against Uhuru Kenyatta. In the political corridors, people, or rather the William Ruto advisors, could be planning to escalate and have a narrative like that of 2022, that 2027 contest is between Uhuru and Ruto. I don't think that was the narrative in 2022. It worked successfully for them because a section of the population of their supporters really bought that misleading narrative. And it went. But I think insist on the 2027, our eyes must be on the ball, because it is about what have you done and what's remained, and are you going to do it? It's about the track record. I think that is the precedence that we decided to set in 2022. We set that precedent by saying, this is what I have for you. I'm giving you this template. If I don't deliver it, come back and ask me. So our work is very simple. We will just to hold that template and ask, has this not been done? And remind the country. So it will be upon them to decide whether they continue or make it. Now, disrupting the NDC will expose Ruto's underbelly. And you know, those leaders that you see, Kega and Sabina, they're not so much influential. Let's say the truth. They don't have the machinery even to disrupt that. Look at how they mobilized. The police was mobilized for them to go to Jubilee headquarters. So they do not have that. Mobilization must be done by the state. So whether people want to disrupt, if it is disrupted, it will be quite unfortunate. But again, that is the truth. That I think those who might be thinking about it, that's a very wishful thinking. And it will actually show that someone is committed to make sure that the Jubilee takeover is done against, in full breach of the law. That's my point.